Well, Dinesh, thank you so much for coming on our podcast today. I really appreciate it. Um, I always like to begin our podcast by letting the guests introduce themselves to the audience because most people won't know who you are. Can you maybe share a little bit about yourself, your background, and who you are so people have better context?
Sure. Hi, Dinesh. Basically from India. I did my engineering, I did my master's, I did my management, and I was working as a university professor. So this is what I used to do. And I was thinking that I am highly intellectual, highly intelligent, highly educational. But after coming to Melbourne, Australia, where I am for last 10 years, found that it's the basic principle or the basic life skill that are more important than your education. During my tenure, I was also very much fond of meditation and breath work, which I'm practicing for last 40 years. I have taught more than 5,000 people one to one about this skill. And after coming here, I did it especially in the Corona time, that too free of cost. I didn't charge a single penny. Because of that, the amount of blessings that I got, that is remarkable. I'm so happy, so blessed. So my one most important mission with which I have come here today is just think of giving, the God will give you 1,000 times more. I think that this is the best introduction that I can give you about myself. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can I ask you, well, what inspired you to become a teacher of meditation and breath? Like, why did you want to teach it to people?
Well, Daniel, at the age of 10, when I was so young, I came across a monk, just like Buddhism. There is another religion, and it is known as the Jainism. Jainism is very more famous in many other part of India, and they are a monk. Generally, they are very disciplined and strict in their work. They have got their pilgrimage, which was about 200 kilometers away from my place. So they used to travel through the city where I was staying, and they were unbelievably powerful, unbelievably. One of the monk at that time, I'm talking about 1960s. So there were very few lights, no, and under the street light and under the Petromax light, there was a big gathering on the road itself. And there that monk showed a power of meditation. He said that this is what it does. And then he started asking questions to one after another. And Daniel, can you believe? He asked question to 100 persons. All the reply were different, either in different language, either in different tone, or in different words or sentences. This man, after that, had half an hour discussion on religion. And after that, he started replying to one after another. So he remembered who asked which question, that too for the 100 persons. And then he said, this is the power of meditation. That is how I got so much attracted. And then I started reading and reading. The second stage came when I came across Bihar School of Yoga, Munger. If you Google it, it's quite famous. As on today, according to me, it is the most famous yoga school in the world. There they gave the technique of Yoga Nidra. Nidra means sleeping, how to sleep with in meditative state. And yoga means to connect, to increase, to enhance, to reach, or to be with the universe, or to empower yourself. So how can you do while you are sleeping? And perhaps I think all the manifestations, visualization, or consciousness, unconsciousness, all these items are the byproduct of this. So I learned that, and that gave me wonderful power. So these are the two steps. Then I came across the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who is very famous in US. I came across his teaching. So his disciple taught me the TM, Transcendental Meditation. I learned that and practice. So that is how my journey started. I kept on, I am practicing, I'm preaching, I'm teaching, I'm telling, and it goes.
I mean, you come from like an engineering and academic background. Like, how do you like make this connection or like the bridge from like your scientific mindset of an engineer to like the spiritual meditation practice? Like, are you able to connect these two worlds, or is it like you live in two different worlds sometimes?
Very good question. Wow. Daniel, yes, this is the bridge between past and potential. This is the bridge between emotional and physical. This is the bridge between your body and the spirit. This is the bridge between yourself and the universe. This is the bridge through which, if you travel, you can definitely reach the higher stage. And this is scientifically proven. So all the science very clearly says alpha, beta, theta waves, which can be achieved by simple breathing. That is number one. Number two, that even if you do deep breathing, then you literally increase your breathing capacity, increases manifold, because we use only not even 20 or 30% of our lung capacity. Just small increase in the breathing will give you enhanced capacity. So what I mean to say is there is a clear-cut relation between science and breathing and meditation.
So, is there a way that breath work can not only help people's mental health, but also improve their physical health as well?
Definitely, yes. Breathwork helps mental health as well as physical health, both. But before I tell, let me give you two simple examples. I'll give you all those details, but just let me give you two simple examples which are known to everyone. You take the case of first example. You take the case of the person who is a karate champion. What he does, just he will breathe out, and with one chop, he will break 6, 7, or 8 thick slab of ice. So that is the power that one can have. Let me give you a second example. Weightlifter. The person who is weighing hardly 70, 80 kilos, he lifts more than 3, 4, 5, 6 times of his weight. How it is possible? He just breathes in and is does. These are the two examples. Let me give you one most powerful example. Daniel, I'm asking you, can you tell me that what is the material that holds the earth, that moves the earth, that revolves the earth, that rotates the earth? What is that material?
That rotates the earth? I mean, like
It is, in layman's language, it is nothing but the air, simple air, which holds. And the same air we are breathing. So you think how much powerful we can be if we take care of it. So it has got such a tremendous power. It not only holds the earth, it holds the moon, it holds the sun, it holds the stars. But we don't pay attention to it.
so being that it's so powerful, why do some people hesitate doing breath work? Why do some people think like, they're not interested in doing breathing work?
Very correct, very correct. Yes. It's always the people think that, oh, this is useless, this is of no use to me, or I will do it later. Or there is a saying that whatever you see, it sells. So if it is not shown, it won't be sold. So for that, let me give you one more example. In Melbourne, we have got a statue of Susruta. He is the man who gave the theory of breathing 3,000 years before. Under it, it is written, father of surgery. So what I mean to say is, yes, slowly, the Western world is recognizing and coming out with the reality, fact, detail, that yes, this is the nature which we need to take care of. This is the natural items we should go to it back, which we are not doing.
No, thank you very much. That sounds really interesting. I mean, so what do you think like are some like the biggest misconceptions people have about breath work and meditation?
Sorry, will you please repeat the question?
Yeah, what are people's what are the often what are their misconceptions about breath work and meditation?
The simple misconception is they think, especially in the Western world, they think that to have strength, to have fitness, to have power, we should develop our chest. And that is why maybe male or female, they take care of their chest. They show their chest. Whereas the meditation or the Eastern world says, no, you should take care not of the chest, but of your stomach. So if you see the laughing Buddha, it has got a big belly. By saying that, you should take care of the stomach. By saying that, you should know the belly breathing, not the chest breathing. Just if you remember this one sentence, I should take care of belly breathing, not the chest breathing. Because of that, you can have a shift and you will increase at least 30, 40, 50% of more oxygen that what you are taking. Let me show you one simple example. Daniel, I tell you, just relax, close your eyes, and then from your nose, you breathe in and breathe out. Okay? Now, in the next second step, you breathe out from your nose as much as you can. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Okay? Now, without inhaling, now you breathe out from your mouth again. What does it mean? That even after breathing out, so much of air is already there in our stomach, in our body, which we do not utilize it. Now here is the second step. Just you put your hand on your stomach and see that when you breathe out, your stomach goes in. And when you breathe in, your stomach goes out as a balloon. This is
That's right.
90% of the people, they don't do it. When we say breathe in, they will just breathe in and take care of their chest. So just I'm suggesting that slowly, slowly, slowly shift yourself from chest breathing to belly breathing, and you will see the difference. Simple.
Wow, it sounds really powerful. I'd
It
definitely
is.
like to learn more. Now, I also want to ask you, like you have like your background of like the Toastmasters. I know that you are a Toastmaster and you're very passionate about it. How has like public speaking shaped your ability to share like these ancient teachings of spirituality, meditation, breathing in the modern world? Is that like is all the topics they usually talk about in your public speaking and Toastmasters?
Yes, very correct. Very interesting. There are many a time it is said that the universe takes you to your destiny. So I remained as a teacher for 40 years. So I was thinking that, oh, I know not many things. I can teach, I can preach, I can tell, I can convince. But after coming to the Toastmaster is based on two pillars. They are communication and leadership. So everyone thinks that I will be better at communication, I will be better at leadership. But after being in Toastmaster, I learned that to communicate, you need to calm down. You need to listen. You need to just learn, observe. And that literally changed my life. Second is leadership. Leadership is not when you lead, but it is when you take others with you. these two things literally changed my family relation with my wife, with my children, with my grandchildren, everyone. Because now I am listening to them. And as soon as my children who come from the office, they are waiting for us that when the grandfather, we can see our grandmother and grandfather who will listen to us. So Daniel, believe me, my grandchildren, they love us more than their parents, only because we listen to them.
And that's something the listening skills you learned on Toastmasters.
Yes, agreed, exactly.
So that's great. So like you recommend that people that want to develop their communication skills, their leadership skills, the listening skills, that to join Toastmasters. And you're saying not only it's improved your family life, right?
Oh, yes. Definitely. Because Toastmaster, as I said, that based on the leaders, communication and leadership, these are the two pillars. And these are the two pillars that will give you love, affection, calmness, and the listening ability. It works. It really works. And I don't say that you be the Toastmaster for years. There are people who are there for 20, 30, 40 years. No, just you be with for some time, year or 2 years, get whatever you want, then you move on. Because today the fees is $60 for 6 months on an average. $10 per month is not small amount for the rest of the countries. It may be okay for US or for Western countries, but for other countries, it's a big amount.
So, I mean, where can people learn to join Toastmasters? Is Toastmasters only in Australia? Is it worldwide? Like, where can people find a local Toastmasters chapter in their area anywhere in the world?
Correct. Toastmaster is all over the world. There are more than 1,200 branches all over the world, and it has got thousands of sub branches, and it is spread everywhere. And the best part of Toastmaster is, till now, it was physical, where you have to go to a particular club physically and give your speech or listen to the speech. But now you can do online also. There are hundreds of online clubs. You can join them at your time. So either you can do physical, you can do online, you can do both. You can be in your country, you can be in the other country, wherever you want.
Now, what advice can you give to somebody who feels silenced or they can't speak their truth, like they lack those communications? What advice can you give to somebody like that?
For me, he is the most intelligent person. Yes, because silence is the basic nature of a person. When you or me or anyone, before we took birth, we were in the womb of mother. We were silent for 9 months. So perhaps the person who keeps silence is the most powerful person, or he is the person who can definitely plan better, do better, listen better. And I definitely say that it is better to be silent, because there is a quote that if you don't understand my silence, then how can you understand my voice? So silence is more important than speaking out or telling or kept on blasting or just discussing.
And what role does like you keep talking about meditation? What role does meditation play in helping people deal with like their emotional issues or trauma? Can it help meditation help people deal with their emotional issues like fear, anxiety?
I have written the definition of trauma, which says that trauma is an emotional response to a terrible event, such as accident, crime, natural disaster, physical or emotional abuse, neglect, experiencing or witnessing violence, or the death of loved one. Now I am asking you, Daniel, all out of this, is there anything which has got relation with present or future? Present. These are all past evidences, or these are all past incidences. So one thing is clear, trauma has relation with past. And to get rid of past, there is a one simple mantra which I will definitely recommend everyone to write down or practice. That is, even the God cannot change the past. Impossible. Past is happened is happened. God can change next what is will happen to today or tomorrow, but not the past. So just you remember, no one can change the past. Now it is up to you what to do next. So, and I have experienced that just those, everyone passes through trauma. I tell you my example. Just Daniel, you think if a tree is there, which is there in the ground for 60 long years, just you plug it overnight and shift it to 10,000 kilometer away. What will the position of the tree? The same thing happened to me. I was with my family members, with my friends, with my all those things for 60 long years in India. All of a sudden, out of blue, me and my wife, we shifted to Australia, Melbourne, with my children. It was really a disaster. We were passing through a, perhaps it was the worst trauma that we faced. I was literally crying. And in the evening, when my son used to come and he will say, "Hi, Papa, how was your day?" I am sure you must have enjoyed. I was thinking that he's getting salt on my wound, which is more painful. So it was really terrible days for me. And just because of that, I was cursing myself. I was torturing myself. I was keeping myself alone. And my condition was pathetic. But slowly, I started shifting myself. And that is where I said that it has got relation with past. God cannot change the past. That is the most important. Now what to do? Now you think of present and potential future. So whatever you are today, you are because of yesterday. If you would have taken care of yesterday, you would have been good in today. So if I want to improve my tomorrow, what should I do? I should improve my today. Very simple. So I started living in present. I started practicing more mindfulness. I started practicing more meditation. I started practicing more breathing techniques and started living in present, living in present. Then what? What now? What next? And this really helped me. It gave me a big shift. So I strongly recommend those who are suffering from any past incidences, if they start these two practices, that is the deep breathing and meditation, it will definitely work. Let me give you one small more extension that how this trauma work. For me, what I understand is trauma is nothing but a thick or big knot of neuro passages or in the neurons which have collected certain places. So whenever you think in any direction, it leads through that passage. And that passage is the knot or your past incidents. When I came here by mistake, I was in my car and instead of putting my foot on the brake, I pressed the accelerator and the car just zoomed. I met unbelievable accident. Luckily, no one was there. I dashed with a car. The car was just broken. I dashed with the fencing. It was on the other side of the road. Luckily, before I enter the house, I could place the brake. So this was horrible for me. From that day, I thought that I won't drive at all. From that day, it's just like if I think of car, I was trembling, I was perspiring, and I denied I won't. But then I thought of my grandchildren that I want to be with them. Slowly, I started focusing on present, my future, my potential, my better days. So I started painting love, calmness, affection for my grandchildren. So that is how slowly I diluted trauma. Of course, there are so many other ways to dilute trauma, but one of the best way I think is deep breathing and meditation. It works.
Now you
I,
mentioned like the types of meditation, like TM, Transcendental Meditation, and other types of meditation techniques. How do people know which meditation technique they should like learn or practice?
Neil, excellent question. Will you believe that what I say? I say better you don't meditate. Don't learn any meditation. Why? Because we are human beings. We have already learned meditation for 9 long months. Before coming to this world, we were meditating in the womb of our mother. So we know meditation. Only we need to practice. Only we need to realize. Only we need to see that how it works. And for that, what to do? Do anything that you like. Just you need to settle down. You settle down. Looking to the tree is a meditation. Just keeping your eyes closed is a meditation. Listening to the music is a meditation. And really, the meditation has come from the word dhyan. Dhyan means dhyaika gnan. It means the knowledge of my mission. So, and how it comes? When you calm down. It is the part of yoga. Yoga means to connect. So when you sit quietly or calmly, naturally you start getting connected with the higher self. Why? Because all your thoughts start getting settling down. A person gets about 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts in 24 hours. Most of the thoughts, they say more than 85 to 90%, either they are the past thoughts, repeated thoughts, or they are the negative thoughts. So how to find out the thought on which you want to work? Just calm down, settle down, practice just settling down, and you will see the mirror. Just small baby steps you take, you will see the result.
So, what keeps you, now you've been doing this for so many years, like you mentioned, for 40 years, what keeps you inspired for continuing to teach and showing up for others, for doing this for so long? Like, what inspires you to keep doing this for all these years?
One of the best thing that I have understood is I I was not doing this before, but when I came here, luckily my daughter is also staying here. So every time I was cursing myself, why the hell I have come here? And one day I was traveling with my daughter, and she said, Papa, just count your blessings. God has given you more than what you deserve, much more than what your capacity is. Instead of counting the blessings, why you are counting what you don't have? Why you are thinking of what you don't have? So from that day, I started counting my blessings. And how can I do that? By just help giving. Giving is perhaps the best word that one should have. How can I give? I don't say that, Daniel, you go and give $10 to each and everyone you see. No, just you bless someone is a giving. Just you give a flower, it's a giving. Just you give a small chocolate, it's a giving. Let me give you one small example of giving. There was an article in Reader Digest that a lady in the bank in England, she was working as a cashier, and one male person who came to her and says that this is the check, you give me money. This lady gives, suppose it is $10,000. They have got pound. Suppose it is 1,000 pound. She gave. This man took it, went. Just after 10 steps, he went, he turned, came back and said, "Oh, lady, please tell me what you did. What did you think? What did you say to you or to me inside yourself?" The lady asked, "Why you are asking me?" Man said, "This is the check which has got which has got the account for me and my wife. I've already known that we are divorced. So I have come to take all the money and I will fly back." This was what I was thinking. But I don't know why. After looking at you, getting money from you, a new thought came to me. So now I don't want this money. Let all this money be with my wife. I will earn something more from other sources. Then this lady says, "Gentlemen, I have a practice. Whosoever comes to me to give money or to take money, I say, may God bless you." That's all. But I say it from my bottom of my heart. And I found that it works for everyone who comes to me. So this is one of the way to give. Just you give. And you say, more you give, more you get. So once you give even a little bit, you get 10,000 times more than what you give. So when I started giving, from here, you won't believe I used to travel 3 hours, 4 hours to other places, go to senior citizens club and tell that I am the one who was suffering from so many problems. Today, I have recovered myself. Why don't you do it? And it's working. Today, I'm a member of 5 senior citizen clubs. I go and deliver my lecture with them. I share my thoughts with them. I listen to their problem and I tell them that in the temple or in the church or in the mosque, you go and pray God. Whereas if you have got your children and grandchildren, they are the living God. Why didn't you pray them? So that is how they change their mindset and they are getting love and affection from their family, from surroundings, from their friends. So I continued this journey. It's working.
Well, Dinesh, we're kind of running out of time in this podcast. Is there any like last minute words you like to share with the audience?
Definitely. Yes. One simple step. And that is, I will quote the wordings of Henry Ford, who was the owner of the Ford Motors. Once he was asked, "You are the master of car. You are the owner of the best car in the world. What is the one part that you like?" The Henry Ford says, "Whether you like the wheel or you like the gear or you like the door or you like the brake, what do you like?" He said that I like the neutral gear. Neutral gear is the one which takes you to the rest, which takes you to the peace, which makes you calm or the vehicle calm. So meditation is a neutral gear. Practice it. Thank you.
Well, Dinesh, thank you so much for coming on the podcast and sharing all your wisdom and knowledge to everybody. I'm sure that you're going to inspire a lot of people who watch this video to consider meditation, breath work as a way to inspire them to have like a better life. So thank you so much for coming on the podcast and sharing all this with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Namaste. Be safe.